everyone, welcome back to some more Occult Chronicles. We left Lotaeri, he was looking pretty good. Got a ton of stuff, good amount of sanity, good amount of health. We got lots of trump cards, some diaries, some flashes of genius. We're almost out of courage, but otherwise we're looking pretty good. Before we continue, I need to point out a few things. So I went online to the Cryptic Comet website to see if there's any other patches or mods for the game to tweak some of the things, and I discovered two things. Number one, I am not playing the most recent version of the game. Apparently, the version I have is 1.06. The version that's out, the last official version, is 1.07, and a bunch of changes were done. Some of them make the game a little easier, some balance issues. In particular, that we're currently having to take a sanity test whenever we fight a creature. Apparently this was fixed, or rebalanced in 1.07, such that the first time you encounter a creature, like if we encountered the Class A full roaming vapor, we have to make a sanity check. But every other time past that, we wouldn't have to make the sanity check at all. So we're playing it a little harder. There's been a few bug fixes and what have you too. Number two, and I am very saddened to say this, Vic Davis, the designer of all these games that Cryptic Comic, I believe, has made, retired from designing any other digital games. So he's done. He's moving on to board games. This happened apparently sometime in the beginning of this year. That means I can't expect anything new, because I would always check like once or twice a year, at the Cryptic Comic website to see if he made anything else, because although some of the games are a little... there could be balance changes here or there, I really do enjoy them, and I love the ideas this gentleman has. I've loved all the games, and so this is really sad for me that he's moving on to something else. I wish him lots of luck, and I hope that whatever board games he makes, I hope they're just as good as these ones, because I will probably buy them. Okay, so now all that's done and out of the way, let's begin exploring the basement. Now this place, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is lots of loot and easy experience, and 1 is the basement, this place is 1. This is the basement. This is going to be horrible. Let's begin exploring it. And again, I tended to die instantly here whenever I was in the basement. 2 of those times I fell because of a chandelier trap. The other 2 times I wandered down here and was killed in like the first or second room. I know the traps down here are horrible, and I know the creatures are as well. I am not familiar with any of the encounters, so this is practically all new for me. So, let's go. A trap door. You have discovered a trap door. It opens easily, and you can see a wooden ladder that leads down into the darkness. Wow! That's a lot to use it. Use the trap door. The ladder looks sturdy enough. You decide to climb down and see where it leads. Physical test. I'm going to try it because if nothing else, it'll put this on the map. And it also gives me the idea that there is a downstairs. So let's give it a shot. Oh, we've had better hands. Hopefully we can do this. Oh, nice! And we got 1 point because of our ace. I may have to play a trump card. No, we don't. That did it. Wow, we almost lost. Okay, we got 1 point because justice here, which gives us 1 point. I really don't want to drop justice. I like judgment. I should be looking to spend the sun. I really should be looking to spend the sun. You skipper down the ladder without a problem. You see a wooden ladder that leads up to the ceiling and ends at what must be a trapdoor. Holy crap, is it tough to climb the ladder! Wow! A locked secret door. You've discovered a secret door. It blends in almost seamlessly with the dungeon wall, but your keen senses were still able to detect it. Finding it is one thing, figuring out how to open it is another. We have no pentacles, so this is not going to happen. Let's try bashing the door in. Look like it's made out of stone, just like the walls, but you might be able to push or force it open. Secret doors aren't supposed to be impassable, just hard to find after all. Now we have our 1 special ability that will give us 4 points, or in this case I think 3 points for having one of these pages left. which it looks like we're going to have to rely on. Because I thought that would come into play. Wouldn't that come into play? For any lock challenge, which is what this is, the value of any face cards remaining in your hand is added to your trick-taking score if you have X or fewer face cards remaining in your hand, where X is the level of the edge. So shouldn't that be giving us points? We should win this, right? Shouldn't we win? Why are we failing? This is a lock challenge. I don't understand. We have this in our hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought this would let us win. I don't understand why we're failing this. Encounter types, lock, door. This should do it. We should win. Let's try it again. Oh, you're kidding me. Is that how it works? Oh. Okay. Hopefully this was fixed in 1.7. I don't get the point score unless I already won. That's not at all what I expected this to do. Oh, wow. Alright, so locks are just as tough as they'll always be for us then. This only helps us if we win the challenge. If we lose the challenge, we don't get these points whatsoever. Well, there's no reason not to keep playing this in this case then. So I could win right now by just... Actually, can I get more points? By spending the king. That seems really dumb. I'm sorry, I'm again disappointed with an edge or an ability here. You battered down the door. So much for being a secret. The way lies open now. I have 14 points? Holy crap! I wasn't paying attention. Right. Well, we'll be right back. Okay, everyone. I took these three, and of course, doesn't figure one of them is just a one-of-one use. I took Deadeye. Whenever a ranged weapon's special ability is used, non-face cards can be bumped up to face cards. At edge level 1, which is what this currently is, up to a page, at 2 to a knight, 3 to a queen, and 4 to a king. We also have Mechanic, which will let me use the diary an additional 1 time during any challenge where I can use it. And Feel the Tumbler reduces all the trick cards that are not such as that is not a face card, so any number cards, get reduced by 1 point, making it slightly easier for me to lockpick. Or, I'm sorry, get through lock challenges. And I have 2 points left, and we're probably going to go for another ranged edge, or we'll pick another heroic intellect feat next. Alright, let's save our game. Now that I've made my choices... A locked secret door. You discovered a secret door that blends in almost seamlessly with the dungeon wall, but your keen senses were still able to detect it. Finding is one thing, figuring out how to open it is another. Once again, we will not do this, so we will need to bash the door in. I have 1 point because of the ace. And we won because the king lets us get 8. But wait, now this time this is weird because the king worked for me. We just won again. I don't understand how this... I don't understand why this is working. Or even how this works. So that would have given me... What is this? This is 5 points? 7 for the king, and then 9, I think? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then he's worth another 5 for 12. And we instantly won that time, whereas the last time I had 2 pages, we didn't win. So I don't understand. Alright, maybe it is working, maybe it's not working, I don't know. We'll just win it. Actually, no, we should flip him over anyway. Because we can earn more points, because it's a king. You bowed down the door. So much for being a secret. The way now lies open. Oh, what is that? So we could die at any time down here. So I have 1 reload left, so we're gonna save the game. A tough climb. We'll leave it alone. Oh, that's it! Alright, there was nothing down here. We actually have an easier time climbing up this wall than we did climbing up the other wall. Climbing up the ladder. This is an 8, 5, and 6, right? What was this? Why is it tougher to climb the ladder? Why is it tougher to climb the ladder? It's crazy. Doesn't look very promising, but you might be able to manage it. Handholds look few and far between, but you won't know until you try. Just be careful. It's a nice drop down if you lose your grip at the top. Alright, we'll take damage. So I'm actually going to play the sun. To be half spider. Before you know it, you have scampered up the wall and are pulling yourself up onto your feet. Leave that alone. And we should have gotten all our edges up 1 point, and we did. 3, 2 rapid shot, 2 master manipulator, 2nd in hero, 2 in research. Yep, so that was an excellent use of it, I'm going to go with. We got a ton of extra points added to all my edges. If we had failed that check, we would have probably taken damage. Falling rocks trap. You feel your foot hit the tripwire and then hear the rumbling of rocks as they drop down from the ceiling. A ton of rocks coming down your head could really hurt. Reflex evasion move. You decide to rely on your quick instincts and reflexes to roll out of the way of the falling rocks. Well, we need a better hand than this. And we need not pentacles. Oh, game. I hate you so much, game. You are too slow in getting out of the way. Oh, that wasn't so bad. We didn't die. So this is the pit. And this is actually a way we can climb down. We can probably climb down the pit as well, since now we know it's there. There could also be other clues down here. How many clues do we have? Not very many, and no trick bonus. Oh, that looks terrible. There's a giant hole with some slime. Oh my god, that looks horrible. A gigantic barrel is rolling towards you. You turn to see a huge barrel rolling towards you. It is almost on top of you. How did we not see it originally? Oh god. It doesn't matter which one we do. Evade trap, duck to the side, outrun the barrel. We'll try ducking to the side. Since this is burst of speed, this bumps up my hand. How's my hand? We could probably use it bumped up. Let's give it a shot. Oh, that's right, they get bumped up to my wand's number. Okay. Well, I'm gonna play the knight first, because it gives me the most points. Nice, that was... I'm gonna go with that was useful, even though I know it wasn't. You tumble to the side in a perfect somersault, completely avoiding the crushing barrel's path. Did we lose courage for that? Oh, we're down to 1 courage. A stalking horror! You are suddenly face to face with a terrifying winged creature. It has appeared without warning and now hovers directly in front of you. A soft droning sound of wings being flapped vigorously engulfs you. You can't believe what you are actually seeing. The thing seems to blur and shift in appearance before your very eyes. It is a creature straight out of some child's nightmare. You can feel an eldritch taint emanating from it, and that alarms you to no end. Resist the horror. You struggle to stay calm as the adrenaline rush shoots through your nervous system. This creature is not from this dimension, and it looks hungry. Whether it wants to feast on your spirit or your flesh, you aren't exactly sure at this point. We can reduce it at least. Your mind is weak. The creature seems to be feeding off your emotions, gorging itself on your panic. You feel like your legs are going to go out from under you as your sanity slowly slips away. A stalking horror. The creature is from the Dreamlands. You can't say whether it was summoned here by a sorcerer or simply slipped through an open gate into this dimension, but you have a big problem on your hands. You remember the briefings. These creatures will feed off your emotions, especially fear and pain, but they won't mind tearing your body apart to ring the dinner bell. Well, we have bullets. Let's make it easier for me. We'll use our Colt 45. And we have Reckless Charge if I want it, but I think I have a good hand here. So we'll go with what we got. Just in case there's a king, we're going to play our queen to automatically win as well. I don't need to use my other pistol. Normally I would want to use the Smith & Wesson here to use its point blank to bump a random non-face card +3, but I don't need to, so we're good. Let's oh, is it a played card, by the way? Played card. Oh, I can't even choose. Oh, but you know what? It's useful because we could play a card right at the get-go on something that I'm just shy of winning in order to win. Does that make any sense? It made sense in my head. You unleash a series of devastating attacks on the creature. It seems confused at first, but then fights back with a vengeance. But it's too late, and its carcass soon lies on the ground convulsing with a series of wing flaps like it wants to fly away. Nice. We could use an experience to level something up. So I'm thinking we'll take another heroic feat. But let me save the game first before I make that decision, and I'll do this off screen again because I might not like what I pick. I'll be right back. Here, we're going to pick Thoughts Acquire Speed. Roll 1 bone and select X revealed non-face trick cards, and bump their card values down -X, where X is the number of wands rolled. Then draw a card. This makes it look like, oh, it's revealed. Okay, yes, we'll take that. It's probably downstairs. I probably need to go downstairs to win. Okay, well, we have a trap door. I don't know if there's any other way downstairs besides pits and trap doors. Oh, let me save the game again because we just selected our cool ability. A pit trap. Alright, well, we have to power jump. Or quick thinking. Actually, let's use quick thinking. You realize that you haven't stepped very far into the trapdoor. You quickly do a 1-0. Using your quick reflexes and athletic ability, you make a tremendous leap for the edge of the pit. I want to be on the other side of it. That's not a terrible hand. Oh, I only have 1 courage for this game? Oh, come on. Oh well. Well, we'll use it once, and that will do it. I'm thinking I'm thinking after I upgrade the game to the most recent version, I'm going to change the rewards for these challenges to give myself, to give the ability that actual courage tokens show up. Because I don't think that's happened to even, I'm sorry, it's happened once, I think, the entire game. Wow. You see an open pit trap that has already been triggered. The bottom of the pit is lined with sharp iron spikes. You can safely move around this pit. Why would I spend 4 points on an ability and then I don't get any courage for it? That is so freaking dumb. That's so dumb. A poison gas trap. You feel your foot press down on the pressure plate and then hear a click as the tablets hit the pan of acid. A cloud of poisonous gas erupts from the floor beneath you. Alright, well we will prefer more draw than tricks. Oof. We've had much better hands than this. We get 1 point because we have an ace. And we win. You instinctively twist and roll to the side of the billowing cloud. Another Aura of Fortune. Still don't know what those do. No idea what those do. We're looking for... clues. Zombies. More zombies. And then we can probably just fight them. Yeah, let's just fight them. That'll win it for us. Good thing, too. You win the battle. The dismembered zombie's bodies still twitch around on the floor, putting up quite a show. I think 2 experience now. I'm gonna say the game after every one of these battles. This is really difficult now. Another pit trap. All right, well we'll try quick thinking this time. Ooh, wow, that's a good hand. Assuming there's something else besides cups here, and we won. You better believe I'm gonna play all the cards I can. You twist and grab hold solidly with both your hands. You then pull yourself up. All right, we have another thing we can take. See, I normally think of the Talisman Edge, but this is going to give me a fire edge, and mine's air, so it's completely 100% useless to take this up a level. I don't really need the ranged edge at all. I'm not using my special abilities on these weapons. And these are only person-efficient substance edges. I guess we'll. Well, I can always use my... No, let's try this. Selected. Oh, okay, so... we could try Chatty Cathy. For any persuasion or deception, challenge, 1 point is added to your trick-taking score for each revealed and unmatched trick card on the board up to X. Where X is... I bet you this is 1. I bet you that's just 1, isn't it? Oh, no, this one goes up to 4. Okay, good. Okay. And that's the pit. We can safely move around it. Oh, that's interesting. It did place us backwards as well. We can leave it alone. Probably climb down it. And we can climb down. Altar of Lizgulith the Blind. Suddenly you notice the air around you begin to shimmer. You have entered some strange type of dimensional gate and begin to feel a little dizzy. As you fight to balance yourself, the shimmer clears ahead of you, and you are confronted with a huge stone hand holding what appears to be a living stone eyeball. The eye fixes on you. Based on your studies in the odd archives, you guess that the edifice is an altar of some sort. You seem to have stumbled upon a pocket dimension that serves as a temple to Lizgulith, the blind, an elder god of immense power. You feel an evil presence emanating from the odd sculpture. Of course. It's a sentient, malevolent force that is seeking to overwhelm your psychic defenses. Your thoughts begin to cloud, and the darkness in your head threatens to drive you over the edge into complete insanity. Well, we just utterly failed, so fail. Although your vision is clear, your mind grows even more muddled. A mental darkness threatens to blanket out. Oh, let's go to the top row. That can't possibly be bad. You stare at the eye, and with each second, your thoughts grow more clouded. You try to look away, but each time your gaze is brought back to the stone eye, you realize that you must act quickly, or your mind will be enshrouded by darkness, and you will soon end up a stone statue. What's our shotgun give us? 6 target 7-8. What's our fight? 7-5-7. Slightly worse. There's no way we can dispel it. There's no way we'll collapse the pocket dimension. Let's shoot it. Shotgun blast. Oh, we've had better hands than this. What can I do? Reckless charge is the one that bumps them down? What do I have? Yeah, let's reckless charge it. We're gonna charge a stone altar. Okay, we won. I still do not need to use any of my weapons. You managed to tip the altar over and crack off large sections of the face. You briefly sense despair turning into anger. With a sudden snap, the connection to Lizgulith, the blind, is broken. The air begins to shiver rapidly, and you move quickly to leave before the pocket dimension. Oh, the pocket dimension before it collapses. Courage! Holy crap! Whoa! Wow! Holy mother freaking crap! I was just complaining about courage and we just filled everything. I think, well, these two I use a lot, so let's put 6 and 6. Oh, I still have another one left. Holy crap! Wow! Holy courage! How awesome was that? That was very awesome. How much is it to use this, by the way? 1 only. Oh, so even despite my complaining, we would never run out of courage for this because we reduced the cost of it by 1. Same thing for Flash of Genius. These will never decrease because of that 1 perk we've got. These are the ones, the physical ones, I need to pump all my sanity and my courage into. Alright, mental note, Tim. Also, I highly recommend everyone take that, was it Braveheart? I highly recommend Braveheart for all your challenges. A barricaded door. Bash a door in. And we won. Because, well, we won. We're getting the extra points for a card. That said, we're going to keep playing. Now that's interesting. It didn't add this Queen of Cups, it only added the Queen of Swords, because I should now gain more points because the Queen of Cups is in my hand. You know what it must do? It must look at my hand, and it must select, I guess, the first... Is it a random card? Is it a random card? It doesn't say random. It must randomly select a face card in my hand and decide that's the card that we're going to use to add the points to. So in this case, my Queen of Swords was the one that was giving me the points. Which is, well, the door splinter opens. It wasn't so hard. So I also realized that if I actually drew the king, I don't have to play the queen. I can just hit win. I'm not forced to use my card. We're getting tons of auras of fortune. This looks like a horrible room. Is that acid? I don't want to walk out there. I'm not going to walk out there. There's nothing that's connected to. If there's a secret in that chamber, it can stay in that chamber. We have other ways down. Assuming down's even where I need to go. A green cube? Is this a gelatinous cube? You seem a shimmer of reflected light in the gloom ahead and stop dead in your tracks. Then you begin to hear a sound. You can't quite make it out at first. It sounds like something being peeled away from a sticky surface. A massive transparent cube-like thing slithers into view from out of the darkness. Trapped inside it are bones. Human bones. Resist the horror. The sight of a green cube slithering down the hallway is enough to send anyone over the edge. You don't want to be eaten by one of these things. Being slowly digested alive is not your dance on a happy evening. We have absolute crap. And we failed. Your mind is weak. You struggle to maintain your sanity. You already have nightmares about retirement homes and Jell-O, and this isn't helping. The green cube! They are scavengers that roam the hidden places of the earth and are always in search of a meal. You'd heard that they were only found in the lost city of Irin, but their appearance here doesn't surprise you in the least. This place seems to be a grand central station for attracting otherworldly and bizarre. Indeed, it does! You remember the briefings. These things are surprisingly mobile over short distances when disturbed. Your best bet is to go around them if you can. Contact with the fluids on the bare skin has an anesthesiasing effect and should be avoided. Get trapped inside and you're almost surely a goner. Oh, we can use a gun for this. Oh, I might be able to beat it up. Let's... Oh, we have our gun. Oh, let's beat it up. Do I actually think I need to... I have a decent hand, actually. Take that, green cube. Wow, we actually only barely won. You won the battle. The creature seems to collapse in on itself and form a green liquid pool around the pile of bones that were trapped within it. That's just a random encounter, too. But that wasn't so hard. It's not the flying saucer, and there's no way out of this chamber, but let's take a look at it. A fountain of blood. You hear the faint trickling at first. As you step forward, you begin to discern the outline of a fountain. It has 3 tiers and looks to be constructed of a plain, smooth stone with inscriptions etched around the bottom tier. Suddenly, you realize that the fountain is filled with blood, and something more. You're freezing your tracks as your mind is assaulted in a brutal attack by an eldritch evil inhabiting the fountain. It wants your body, and seems to be intent on lobotomizing you to get it. Resist the horror. We might not... I mean, we're not going to win. It has assaulted your mind and found your defenses pathetic and lacking. It finds the dark places in which you have hidden the worst fears and seeks to hunt them out to hurt you. You stand before the fountain and only vaguely comprehend the evil that dwells within it. It is something eldritch and old. Very old. The air tastes of iron, and looking down you notice the small rivulets of blood flowing in channels across the floor. You sense, however, that it can no longer harm you unless you seek to provoke it. It seems bored with you now that it has touched your mind. Well, screw you! I'm no longer a threat? Oh wow, we cannot hurt this thing whatsoever. Alright, we're still going to wander the room. Nice! -1 target level. I was hoping to get a clue in here. Ripped up spacesuit. You find an entire piece of clothing that is shredded and covered in a green glowing liquid. It looks like a spacesuit that you would see in a Buck Rogers comic strip. It can't possibly be real. -1 target level. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to target level and a +2 bonus. Oh, we can't go any further that direction. Another green cube in more or less the same exact place. Hey, holy crap, we actually resisted the horror. Your mind is strong. You have seen things far worse than this. You were part of the cleanup crew that sanitized the mess that was left over from the attack of the giant blob that terrorized New Jersey. Really? It would have terrorized me, that's for sure. Alright, let's get going. Well, we beat it up successfully last time. I can't imagine we'll have trouble this time. Alright, so we won again. What do we get? Two more experience. Not enough for anything yet. Wow, we're almost out of things to pick. Our character is incredibly powerful, but very fragile mind-wise. A locked dungeon door. Well, you see an old locked dungeon door. There is a worn keyhole right where it belongs, but no sign of a key anywhere. Oh, we can actually attempt to pick this lock. Trick. Yeah, we'll try picking the lock. Examine the lock mechanism and decide that you just might know how to finesse it open. Well, not with this hand. Oh! Why did we get 8 points for flipping that over? Why? Oh, did we just win? That ability of mine, what level is it? For any lock challenge, the value of any face card remaining in your hand is added to your trick-taking score if you have X or fewer face cards remaining in your hand, where X is the level of the edge. So we just earned 8 points because we flipped this over, and we instantly win because we only have 2 face cards. Get 1 more point that way, and why not? Let's keep going. So I don't have to play the knight. The lock opens! You are just as talented with the lock as you thought. The mechanism clicks, and you turn the knob to open the door. Well, we leveled up again. There's no reason not to take something, so... let's take another Persuasion Deception Edge? Yeah, I like Scryed State. We'll take Empathetic Listener. At the beginning of any Persuasion or Deception challenge, X random tricks placed on the board are in a scryed visible state, where X is the level of the edge. And that was Empathetic Listener? What is that? One of 4. Okay, nice. Oh, we can cross over that. I don't feel like crossing over a dangerous thing of water. Not yet, anyway. Dead end. We have ways down, so I don't really want to do this. There might be nothing over there. Let's save the game and take a peek at it. A plank across a collapsed floor. Collapsed floor? The rocks are placed strategically across a swift-flowing underground stream. The water is icy cold, and the mist from the waterfall has created a slippery sheen on the stepping stones. You can also see some lichen or moss growing on them. It shouldn't be terribly difficult to cross, but the stones might be slippery. You also note the swirling eddy where the water from the stream empties down into a subterranean shaft. If you fell in and got stuck down there, you would probably drown. Wow, this is a bad idea. let's take the 6 and 2. Oh, I should have taken both my 2s. Yep, you win ties in every single case. That was actually really useful. You practically spring across the rocks like a gazelle on the Serengeti, or a cray spider monkey all jacked up on a bootlegger's Mountain Dew. 1, 2, 3 steps, and you're on the other side. Doubts. The crew of the alien saucer is beginning to have doubts about the ability of their captain. I am too, considering that we only have 1. Oh! Oh, I am... Oh! I thought... Okay, I'm so sorry, everyone. I thought these stacked. They apparently don't stack, because I see inactive. Only one of these must be active at one time, so right now... All challenges involve pentacles as a primary suit. Receive a -1 modifier to the target trick point number needed to win. Okay. Oh, wow. Alright. Oh, alright. My mistake. Altar of Wrath Golkar, the Insane. Suddenly you notice the air around you begin to shimmer. You have entered some strange type of dimensional gate and you begin to feel a little dizzy. As you fight to balance yourself, the shimmer clears ahead of you and you are confronted with a huge stalactite covered in tiny runes. Weird stone mouths seem to open here and there and then disappear. You feel an evil presence emanating from the hanging stone pillar. Why can't it be a good presence? Based on your studies in the odd archives, you guess that the structure is an altar of some sort. You seem to have stumbled upon a pocket dimension that serves as a temple to Wrath Golkar, the Insane, an elder god of immense power. The growing sense of paranoia seems to envelop you. It's a sentient, malevolent force seeking to overwhelm your psychic defenses. Well, we lost again. This is wonderful. Do I want to use any of these? What does death do, by the way? If this card is in your inventory and you would be killed because your health points are reduced to 0 during any challenge, then this card is removed instead and your health is restored to 5. That's not so bad. We can just win this by playing a trump, which I'll have to do if I want to actually win. You know what? Let's play the moon. We'll gain a random psychic talent. Oh, we don't win! Oh no! Well, we do reduce what happens to us. You feel overwhelmed by the voices inside your head. They are screaming. They are always screaming. You start to recognize different personalities behind the voices and feel compelled to talk with them. That's when you realize you're in trouble. We did have to draw like 8 cards. There were so many voices inside your head. They scream, shout, and whisper evil thoughts, and you can't seem to make them stop. You just want them to stop. Please stop. You realize that you must act quickly or you will soon begin to obey the commands of the voices that are screaming inside your head. Let's shoot bullets at the stone stalactite. That is a 777. Yeah, that's a little better. Pick it. We've had better hands than this. Alright, so right away I want to do some stuff. What we got? Twist Fate. What does this do? Roll 1 bone to test for success, then add 1 to all bone rolls during the resolution of the option chosen for the encounter. So this will increase my bones for everything else I roll. Or why not? We'll use it. Add 1 to all bone rolls during the resolution of the current option chosen encounter. Alright, and, well, can I charge it? I can. We have a terrible hand. Let's do it. Bump down the card values 5, because we get a +1 because of my psychic talent, on 5 yet unrevealed cards, and then we drew 5 more cards. We get only, well, yeah, we get, looks like 1 more face card, a king. Can I do anything else? Burst of speed, my guns. We have to actually probably play a card first for them. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, we'll play the queen. And we won. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I'm gonna go with our heroic charge, actually helped us here. We have a king for that, don't we? You managed to tip the altar over and... It's a stalactite. It's hanging from the roof. We managed to tip the altar over and crack off large sections of the face. You briefly sense despair turning into anger with a sudden... Oh, this is the same thing we just read, but with a different person. The insane is broken, and the air begins to shiver rapidly, and you quickly move to leave the pocket dimension before it collapses. I like it. So 1, 2, 3. I know I don't need them for Flash of Genius or Thoughts Acquire Speed. We gained a new trump to pick up for the one we spent. You receive one of each type of bone that you do not already possess after this card is used to take a trick. That would be a Wand of Pentacles, which we don't need because we suck at pentacle stuff. Okay, well, we've saved the ghost girl, we've danced with people in the ball, and at the time of our life, we destroyed 2 horrific altars, and we've probably done a bunch of other helpful things. Even if we can't stop or find the aliens, we've at least done a lot of good in here. Nothing down there. I guess we probably should go downstairs, shouldn't we? We have 4 tokens left. I think we will have enough time to just explore a little more. We could explore this area. We also saw the main entryway. Let's climb down this. Uh-oh. Oh, we failed. We're going to take damage. Do I want to play one of these? Yeah, we'll play the world. Oh, it's only going to be 3. We'll fail. You struggle to hold on, but you can't find a solid handhold. Down you go. Oh, and it's a dead end, so we've got to climb up. Not all pits lead to useful things. A tripwire grenade trap. You look over and see the wire, pull the pin from the grenade on the wall next to you. You have seconds to react. Well, we're gonna quick thinking and sure hands. You decide to jump towards the grenade and place the pin back in before the handle has even come off. Can you do that? I guess you can do that. Well, we can't do it. We can with our thing of all 10s. Take that. You dive toward the grenade, grab the pin attached to a wire, and quickly insert it back in the grenade. You were lucky. Actually, we had bursts of speed. Luck had nothing to do with it. We get a grenade? We get a grenade! What is this? What does this do? Alright, well, we get a grenade. And a point of experience. Which is enough for us to take another thing. What are we going to take now? What is this? 1 use remaining. What does it do? Roll up to 1 bone and bump the card values up on all non-face played cards by X, where X is the number of Swords or Cups rolled, and converts 11 plus into matching face cards. Holy crap, the grenade is wonderful. Well, assuming the last boss can be shot at, we're throwing a grenade at him is what we're going to end up doing. Alright, well, we get